It's America versus the world in a showdown of strength and skill.
I got you, man.
As the most elite military units face off.
Damn it! Can you believe this? I got a boom!
Push him up! Money's no good on this battlefield. The only prize that matters here is honor.
Let's do this.
Welcome to the Ultimate Soldier Challenge. I'm Mac. I spent 10 years as a Navy SEAL. I've worked as an independent contractor, and I've operated all over the world. But the only thing that matters to me now is today's competition. Let's go meet our contestants. First up, Dale and Carl from the U.S. Marines Force Recon. Often the first boots to hit the ground, Force Recon's mission is to do reconnaissance deep behind enemy lines. Their motto, swift, silent, deadly.
We train like we fight, and that's to stay sharp the entire time.
Got him down!
Hoorah.
They're up against Alex and Andre from Canada's Light Infantry. Formed during World War I, this unit's latest campaign was in Afghanistan against the Taliban. These guys aren't scared of the Marines or their traditional battle cry.
Just because you're a jarhead and you yell hoorah a lot doesn't mean that you'll necessarily win in a challenge, and if you're going to doubt us, then you're in for a rude awakening.
Both teams will go head-to-head with the Rogue Squad, Colin and Nick. These warriors are private military contractors, hired guns who don't play by the standard rules of engagement. Before working as a contractor, Colin served with the U.S. Navy's SEAL Team 2, while Nick honed his skills with the Army's Special Operations.
Some people in the military would look down upon us as contractors, but we work in a constant state of training. Frankly, I just don't think those guys have the will or the desire to beat us. Boom goes the dynamite.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Ultimate Soldier Challenge. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. This competition is comprised of 5 challenges. How you control your destiny? Win challenges. First, a speed round. The winning team gets a tactical advantage for the next challenge, the immunity round. Win here, and you go right to the finals. The 2 remaining teams face off in the elimination round. The loser goes home, and the victor heads to the finals. The final round's winner is declared the Ultimate Soldier. This first challenge will test our team's sniping and spotting skills. Snipers not only take out enemy personnel, they can also destroy critical pieces of operational equipment. In this challenge, our teams will have to do just that. From the starting line, they'll sprint 100 yards to their firing station and take out 3 targets. The first is an ammo box. From a distance of 300 yards or the length of 3 football fields, they must take out the O in ammo. Second, another 50 yards back, they must strike the red rectangle on their car's hood. The final target is another 50 yards back, behind the orange label on a 50-gallon barrel. There's a jar of explosive tannerite behind all 3 targets. You haven't hit the bullseye unless you've seen the fireworks. The first team to take out all 3 targets will win this challenge. Are there any questions?
Yes, sir.
Your weapon, the EDM Windrunner 50 cal sniper rifle, which fires a 50 caliber round. It's designed to take out engine blocks and other hard targets. This is a bolt-action rifle with an effective range of more than a mile. One man will shoot, the other will use a spotting scope to guide the shooter's aim by calling out adjustments. All right, break it up.
None of us have touched this weapon before, so that's a very even playing field.
Operators! Get ready! 3, 2, 1! Hit the target!
Canadian marksmen are world-renowned for their long-distance sniping records, so they could be the team to watch.
Canada has some excellent snipers, top-shelf snipers, so we have big shoes to fill.
I don't think it matters what the Canadians throw at us. Keg throw, curling, hockey, whatever they're throwing at us, we're taking home.
This should be a very competitive match. The Marines are employing a technique used by some machine gunners of interlocking their legs to be as close together as possible while keeping them low to the ground.
All right. Let's see if we can get this bad boy.
Ready?
Ready.
First target down for the Marines.
Come on, I need you ready.
Contractors are just seconds behind.
Okay, spotter ready.
A miss.
Ready?
Ready.
And bringing up the rear, the Canadians.
Send it, Al.
Misfire, jam.
It's a misfire. The Marines take aim at their second target.
See the square?
Yep.
Second target down, Marine Corps. The Marines have just one target left.
You got it?
Ready.
Ready.
Miss.
Round, ammo. It's jam, man. It won't fire.
The weapon wouldn't fire. Okay, that happens. You have to adapt. You got to clear the stoppage, remedy anything you got to do. We tried that. Wouldn't fire again. And again.
No fire, no fire.
And again.
Nope.
The Canadians finally clear their weapon.
Oh, right over the box.
Miss.
It's like it hit the box.
I keep hitting the box, but I'm not hitting the O. Come on, man. That means I'm right or left. You got to tell me. What do you see?
You're a little left. It looks like it's going through the box.
The Rogue Squad seem rattled. Not good, since steady nerves are a must for sniping.
Okay, I'm ready now. Spotter ready.
Shooter ready.
Right behind it.
Oh, you got to be...
Right behind it.
Come on.
The Marines, on the other hand, are keeping their cool.
You got it?
Ready.
Ready.
But they still can't hit that third target.
Okay, you were too far right.
You think I was shooting high?
Yeah, come down 2 minutes.
The contractors seem to have ironed out their communication. Bullseye.
You're kidding me.
We were quite a bit behind, so we dialed it back and then started to make fine-tune adjustments.
The Canadians hit their first target. The contractors take out their second target, the car. Now they and the Marines are just one shot away from taking this challenge. The Canadians hit their second target. All three teams are a single shot away from winning this challenge.
We don't get psyched out like that. We were simply focused on one thing.
All right.
Hitting those damn barrels.
Let's see if we can get this bad boy. Set for 5.
That's it. The Marines take out their final target and they win the speed round.
Ceasefire! Ceasefire! Clear, make your weapons safe! Excellent work, guys!
Good. Ow. Good job. Good job, man.
It's a new weapon system. We don't have any experience on it. We were off by inches. Come on, man. Which is why you don't take a weapon system that you're untrained with into combat.
I have not shot in a Wind Runner before. Fundamentals of marksmanship remains the same, no matter what weapon system you're on.
That last challenge, even though it sucked, Alex,
Kidding me.
it's behind us. We're gonna move on, carry on like a soldier does, and we're gonna bust our ass for the next challenge, and we're gonna kick ass.
Next up, the immunity round. Whoever wins here heads to the finals. When a mission goes south, a soldier must be mentally prepared to utilize any weapon that's available. In this challenge, our elite warriors will have to prove their chops on 3 different weapons: pistols, submachine guns, and assault rifles. They'll use the Polaris Razor to race to 3 different firing stations. Task number 1, shoot 5 enemy combatants with the Ruger 1911 semi-automatic pistol. This solid steel edition fires the .45 caliber ACP round, known for its big punch. Number 2, take out 5 more bad guys with the Chris Vector submachine gun. Its futuristic Super V firing system reduces recoil and muzzle climb. And last, but in no way least, take out 5 more Tangos with the Steyr AUG-A3 assault rifle. Its compact bullpup design places the firing mechanism behind the trigger to reduce the weapon's length while retaining a long barrel for accuracy. The team that gets through this entire course in the shortest amount of time will be declared the winner of this challenge. Now, I'm gonna ask you to double tap each bad guy. And as you know, that means shoot them twice. Marine Corps, since you won your first challenge, you got a tactical advantage in this challenge. At the first station, you'll only have to take down 4 of the 5 targets. If you win this challenge, you get a slight reprieve. If you lose, you go to elimination round. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Team Canada, you're up first. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1, go!
We're gonna bust ass to get out there, and I foresee us hitting that target's first shot.
The Canadians take off fast,
Push it!
living up to their motto, first in the field. They're at the first station in 20 seconds. Remember, they must double tap all 5 targets before they can move on. The Canadian Army uses a pistol which fires the smaller 9mm round. The .45 has significantly more recoil, but that's not bothering the boys from the north. Canada strikes the last target, and they're moving on. All right, they finished up the first station at 1 minute and 2 seconds. Let's see how they handled the Chris Vector. Hold on. The Canadians have another weapons malfunction.
Well, I fired 1 round, and then it jammed.
The clock is ticking. Will they get the lead out? The Canadians are blasting their way through the immunity round. They must race to 3 firing stations, each stocked with a different weapon. Team Canada aced the first 5 targets with the Ruger 1911 pistol. But at Station 2, the Crisp submachine gun jams.
I don't know if it is bad Canadian luck or something, but I am the king of weapon jams.
When you get a malfunction or your stuff doesn't go your way, you don't whine and complain about it. You sort it out, you remedy it, and you move on.
3 targets down. 5 targets down. They lost critical time there. Team Canada has to step up their game at the final station. 2 minutes, 12 seconds. At Station 3, they'll fire the Steyr AUG-A3 assault rifle at targets with explosives packed in their head. One target down. 2 targets down.
When we got to that 3rd station, we were pretty much 1 shot per target.
3 targets down. 4. That's it.
Ceasefire!
Team Canada's final time, 3 minutes, 22 seconds.
To say that the Canadian military is an elite fighting force is a bit of a stretch. Do I think that they have nearly the training that we have? No, they don't. So we're going to prove that in the next challenge.
Do we not have the training? We weren't just born contractors. In fact, I've never even heard of their units.
The trash-talking rogues step up to the plate.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now it's time to put up or shut up. The Rogue Squad speeds out on the Polaris Razor.
See the barrels? All right, right here, right here, right here.
We were obviously coming out of the gate 1,000,000 miles an hour. I had to calm myself down, get into a good firing pattern.
Station 1, the Ruger 1911 pistol.
Colin started engaging from right to left. I started left to right.
The Rogues are bringing it.
We put 2 rounds in that center target like clockwork.
We're good.
They've hit all 5 targets in a minute flat and are racing on to Station 2 to fire the Chris Vector. Right away, there's a problem.
I raised the weapon up, realized that the sight apertures were down. Took me a minute to flip those up.
Nick loses some time, but former SEAL Colin is kicking butt. That's 2 targets down. That's all 5 targets. 1 minute, 53 seconds.
All right, we're good. Go.
They're on pace to beat the Canadians. The Rogues don't waste any time as they make their way to Station 3. comes down to how fast they are with that Steyr AUG-A3. First target down. That's 2.
This contest might come down to milliseconds on who's going to win.
3 targets down. 4.
Ceasefire! Ceasefire! Better make your weapon safe!
I don't think we could have done that any better, man.
The Rogues iced the Canadians by 16 seconds. The Marines have a time to beat of 3 minutes 6 seconds, where they go straight to the elimination round.
Those guys are going to have to be hauling some serious ass in order to compete with what our time we turned in.
Well, I hope they do haul ass, and I hope they're off target after that.
The Marines will have a leg up. Since they won the first challenge, at the first station, they'll only have to hit 4 targets instead of 5.
We're going to work together and come across with another win.
3, 2, 1, go!
They're making good time as they speed to Station 1 and the 1911 pistol.
Okay, gonna pull up short.
Remember, they only need to hit 4 targets to move on. One down. 2. That's 4.
Done. Clear.
Marines crush Station 1 in just 58 seconds. They're chewing up the course. Now they're on their way to Station 2 and the Chris Vector.
Taking right.
At Station 2, Dale's having the same problems with the sights on the Chris Vector that the Rogues had.
In the military, we have what's called Murphy's Law. And Murphy's a son of a bitch. What that means is if something can go wrong, it probably will.
Lucky for him, his partner is blowing through the targets. 2 down. 3. 4.
Done.
They've knocked out all 5 targets.
Have to clear.
As the Marines head to the final station, their time is neck and neck with the contractors. It's going to come down to seconds and how fast they can handle that Steyr assault rifle. One target down. 2 targets down. The Marines need to wrap it up in the next 15 seconds to beat the Rogues. 3 targets down.
Come on.
4 targets down.
Ceasefire! Clear and make your weapons safe!
I think our performance was really solid.
Canadians must start off with your time. 3 minutes, 22 seconds. Contractors, your time, 3 minutes, 6 seconds. Marine Corps, you came in here strong. Your time, 3 minutes, 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah!
Marine Corps, you won this challenge. That tactical advantage made a big difference. You get your slight reprieve. You're gonna head to your staging area. Canadians, contractors, you're headed to the elimination round. One team will survive this challenge to battle the Marines in the final showdown.
I'm a little pissed that that didn't go off as well as we wanted to, you know. Just gonna turn that anger into some motivation and just kick ass on the next one.
We beat the Canadians by a good margin, and I just think if we stay focused, we're going to be able to smoke them in the next one.
Now the Rogue Squad and the Canadians will go head-to-head in the elimination round. The loser heads home. All right, gentlemen, welcome to the Elimination Challenge. We call this challenge Knife Fight. When you find yourself staring into the eyeballs of the enemy with nothing but a blade, it's a safe bet that the mission has gone to hell. But Spec Ops must be prepared for anything. In this round, one competitor from each team will square off in the ring with nothing but a shock knife. This non-lethal weapon delivers a 7,500-volt electrical shock. In addition, we've added red paint to the blades to mark any contact. Combatants earn 1 point for every slash and 2 points for every stab. First operator to get 7 points will win the round.
I don't think we can take the Canadians. We're gonna take the Canadians.
there's hand-to-hand combat involved, myself and my partner will handle anybody, no problem.
Our Rogue Squad members both have Spec Ops backgrounds and experience in hand-to-hand combat, but the Canadians are banking on their mixed martial arts skills. Colin, you ready?
Ready.
Alex, you ready?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1, take him out.
Stab, stab. Stab. Slash. Stab. Stab, 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 stop.
Colin wins. Here's how it went down. Colin lunges in for a stab. He gets another stab. Colin picks up the pace. Another stab. Alex gets in the first slash. Alex gets his first stab in for 2 points. He gets another slash and gets a stab, and the game ties up. But with quick reflexes, Colin strikes and wins the fight. Like a true soldier, Alex isn't giving up just yet.
We're Canadians, that's what we are. We're scrappers. It doesn't matter if we have a slow start. It doesn't matter if we get knocked down or our nose is bloody. We're still in the fight, and we're gonna fight tooth and nail.
Now it's do or die for the Canadians.
This man is a maniac when he fights. Do not let his humbleness, dissuade you from that.
All right, gentlemen, get in your starting positions.
Really, it's just going to come down to who wants it more.
Nick, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Andre, you ready?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1. It's elimination time in the Ultimate Soldier Challenge. Take him out. The Rogue Squad's Colin stabbed his way to a win over Canada's Alex. Operators, put your goggles on. Now the Rogue Squad's Nick and Team Canada's Andre will stab it out in the ring. Step to me. If Nick can win this round, the Rogues advance to the finals and the Canadians will skate on home. The only obstacle standing in his way is the 6'1", 210-pound Andre.
He broke someone's orbital bone on his first MMA fight.
That was 32 seconds long.
32 seconds. He beat the out of him.
Yeah, whatever.
To stay in the game, Canada's Andre must win this match. If he does, we will go to a sudden death round. Remember, whoever scores 7 points first is the winner of the match. 3, 2, 1.
Stab, stab. Stab, 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 stab.
And Canada takes it in the blink of an eye. Here's what went down in just 6 seconds. The Rogue Squad's Nick starts off as the aggressor, but he walks right into a stab. Nick stabs right back and ties the score. Andre and Nick both get stabs, but Nick loses the grip on his knife. Nick tries to catch Andre coming in, and they both score. Andre keeps moving forward, and Nick is trapped. Canada wins, bringing themselves back from the brink of defeat in this competition.
I knew he was going to be aggressive, so I just had to be more aggressive and be faster.
Both teams have won a knife fight, so that takes us to a sudden death round. The winning fighters from each team will now face off. Operators, step forward. Colin will represent the contractors. Andre will fight for the Canadians. It is do or die time. Andre, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Colin, are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Take him out.
Stab, 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 stab.
Canada's Andre dominates and brings home the victory. Here's how it happened. Andre holds his weapon high to distract Colin. Andre lunges in hard for a stab. Colin is knocked off balance. Andre takes advantage with another stab. Colin fights back and gets in a stab. Andre keeps attacking for another stab. Colin, up against the ring, gets another stab. But Andre's ahead on points, and he ends it here.
If this were real life, you'd have 2 guys on the ground dead.
All right, contractors, you know the score. Thank you so much for participating in the Ultimate Soldier Challenge. Great job, guys.
Thank you, sir.
The Rogue Squad is heading home.
My partner and I had the edge up on the Canadians in the shooting, and well, this wasn't a shooting competition, and so that proved a little bit of a hole in our game.
Yeah, I'm definitely disappointed, but at least, you know, I can live to stab another day.
Now only 2 teams remain to battle it out in the Ultimate Soldier Finals.
I'm going to admit I was a bit surprised that the Canadians had won the knife fight. I might have kind of underestimated the Canadians a little bit.
This is the finals, and we're going to win this competition.
The finals, a 2-part challenge. The winner of the first round gets a tactical advantage for the final battle. This challenge is inspired by the infamous battle known as Black Hawk Down. In Mogadishu in 1993, enemy militia brought down 2 U.S. Army helicopters. Army Rangers were mobilized in a rescue attempt and were drawn into a bitter urban firefight. This next challenge takes the concept of running and gunning to the proper level, because that's what you're going to have to do. You've got 2 minutes to run and gun your way through the village and reach the church courtyard. You need to shoot as many of the 24 bad guys, the white targets, as possible. Then there are blue targets. Those are the good guys. If you hit the blue targets, you'll be disqualified. You'll take on this challenge armed with the H&K 416 assault rifle, an advanced version of the standard issue American M4 carbine. You'll also carry the H&K P2000 semi-automatic pistol, designed for concealment and handling. Your weapons will be loaded with simunition rounds, the most realistic non-lethal ammo available.
Ready for this?
This should be a pretty even matchup. Both the U.S. Marine Force Recon and the Canadian Light Infantry run these kind of tactical exercises.
Plan is, he's going to take one side, I take the other side, we move quickly and shoot accurately. It's as simple as that.
Team Canada, are you ready? Yes, sir. 3, 2, 1, bust him up!
It's a 30-yard dash to the first turn.
To your right, blue.
They move right by 2 blue targets. Hitting one means instant disqualification from this challenge.
When I came around the corner, all of a sudden they had a double feed. So I had to change to my secondary weapon.
That's why you carry a sidearm. But they both blow right by the bad guy hiding in the backseat of the car. They double-teamed that tango.
To your right.
While Andre works the far side of the street, Alex covers his side with the pistol. Rounding the bend, there are 7 targets on either side of the main street. 1 minute left. They're sticking to their plan, working opposite sides.
The plan we had was he takes right, I go left. He takes all his targets. I take all my targets. So we had to trust each other that we were going to take the targets in your respected areas.
But they only have 40 seconds left on the clock. Time's running out, and Alex has to reload. Andre spots a tango in the bus and takes a moment to make sure he doesn't hit that good guy. 30 seconds left. With the final seconds ticking away, these operators have found their groove.
15 seconds.
Alex makes it to the courtyard. Andre is right behind him.
Blue, wait. To your right.
3, 2, 1.
There. Hey!
Cease fire! And the Canadians bang out a strong 20 points out of 24.
So good job, though.
Nice work, man.
That's gonna be hard for them to beat, I think.
It's run and gun time in the Ultimate Soldier Challenge Finals. In the first round, Alex and Andre from the Canadian Light Infantry took out 20 of the 24 hostile targets. Now, it's the Marine Force Recon's turn.
Oh, hell yes, we're ready to win the next challenge.
Their mission is to take out as many white targets as possible within 2 minutes. But if they hit a blue target, they're disqualified.
We're going to be bringing every last drop of our whole execution to the table on this one and bring it home for the home team.
Marine Corps, are you ready? 3, Bust him up! Got him! Keep moving, keep moving! Contact right!
We definitely were tapping into our training that we've done in recon.
Contact right!
The Marines are communicating effectively.
Contact front!
But like the Canadians,
got him down!
They run right past a hidden target.
Keep moving, keep moving! Contact right! Keep moving! Contact left! Contact right!
The Marines are executing double taps.
Contact left!
That's how they've been trained. But they're also burning through rounds fast.
Reloading, reloading!
And they're using up precious time to reload.
Got him!
They're back online and halfway through the course. To beat the Canadians, the Marines have to hit 12 more targets.
Contact!
And they have less than a minute to do that.
There was a couple of gotcha targets that I didn't want to pass up, so I slowed down my pace a little bit.
Sometimes they're in a hide, sometimes they're in a sniper position. You're not going to see them if they're well hidden.
Now they're on the home stretch.
Contact left!
These operators seem to have found their pace.
Got him? Got him!
The Marines need 4 more hits to take this round. They enter the courtyard with only 4 targets left. They need to take out all 4 targets to win, but they're running out of time.
3, 2, 1! Time!
The Marines take it. Marine Corps, you won this challenge.
Oh, yeah.
You also get a tactical advantage that you get to use in the next challenge. Make it count.
Right now, we're in a real high state of confidence. You know, we've been taking down the events. Now it's just time to bring it on home.
Those Marines had better not be thinking that they won this, because we still got a lot of fight left in us.
In the final challenge, our competitors must retrieve critical technology from hostile territory. In 2011, a U.S. F-15 crashed in Libya. Spec Ops teams were deployed not only to recover the pilots, but to destroy the advanced technology on board before it fell into enemy hands. Now, in this final battle, the teams must race to find an unmanned aerial vehicle, commonly called a drone, that's crashed behind enemy lines. The mission is to find the downed drone and recover the experimental technology on board. They will then destroy the wreckage with C4 explosive. Whoever crosses the finish line with the drone's technology box will be the winner of the Ultimate Soldier Challenge. But there's a catch. If at any point you run into each other, you are free to engage each other. You'll be armed with weapons you're familiar with from the last challenge. The H&K assault rifle and the H&K P2000 pistol. All weapons are firing simunition marking cartridges. If you're hit in the chest or back area, stick a fork in you, you're done. Your partner can continue on alone to the finish line. Whichever team brings that critical piece of experimental technology to the finish line first will be the winner. Are there any questions?
Negative.
Sir.
All right, Marine Corps, because you won that last challenge, you get a tactical advantage in this challenge. You will be able to insert 30 seconds early, okay? All right, guys, let's get geared up, and we'll start this challenge.
I heard one of the Marines' nickname was Superman, but Superman had better be careful, because if he's a little too cocky, he's going to get a punch to the face with a kryptonite fist.
I'm the guy who looks like Superman.
And like Superman, I'll come at you harder than a freight train.
Marine Corps, 3, 2, 1, get amongst it. Retrieving intel is the Marine Force Recon's bread and butter. So Carl and Dale plan to use their clandestine skills to go undetected.
With that 30-second advantage, we want to cover as much ground as we can and get to the objective before they do.
Team Canner, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, hit the target. The Canadians are planning an ambush.
We've decided to go with a split approach. My partner is going to proceed directly towards the crash site and establish ambush position. I'm going to move to the finish line in the event they head towards it with the package.
The Marines are getting very close to the crash site.
Fire ourselves out.
Marine Corps is at the objective. The Canadians are nowhere in sight, the Marines want to know where they are before they make a move.
All right, exfil's right behind us.
You cover this way, I'll cover this way.
Once we reached the objective, we were worried that we wasted too much time trying to find the site and that they were close by. We thought it'd be best to try to take them out first.
The Americans are hiding in the brush. They're planning to attack from 2 points. Once the Canadians enter the kill zone in front of the Marines, the Americans will open fire.
Team Canada is split in two.
What we have here is a case of dueling ambushes. Canada's Alex heads to the finish line to set up an ambush there, while teammate Andre heads to the drone and straight into the Marines' ambush.
The big challenge here, not setting your ambush off too early. You've got to make sure they're in the kill zone when you set your ambush off.
These two teams are right on top of each other. It's the final battle. Operators from the U.S. Marine Force Recon and the Canadian Light Infantry are racing against each other. Their mission is to locate a downed drone, recover its experimental technology, destroy the wreckage, and get to the finish line. The Marines were the first to locate the drone. They have set up an ambush to try to eliminate the Canadians. But Team Canada has split into two. Alex is moving to set up an ambush at the finish line, while Andre heads to the drone and directly into an ambush set up by the Marines. The Marines have yet to see him through that thick brush.
I saw someone crouching and noticed that it was Superman.
Andre sneaks up and catches the Marines by surprise.
I figured, hey, I'm gonna shoot Superman in the back.
Dale's primary weapon is out of ammo. He's got to go to his sidearm. Now Carl is taking Andre on.
I'm out.
Canada's Andre has hit America's Dale.
I killed Superman with a kryptonite punch.
The Marines are down to just Carl. America's Carl hits Canada's Andre in the back.
Andre hit my partner, and as he was exfilling, I shot him right in the back as he retreated out and dropped him.
What has happened now is you have one Canadian down and one Marine down.
Alex is lying in wait at the finish line. It's a clever ambush maneuver. Now all he has to do is wait for the Marine to bring the box to him. Back by the drone, Carl doesn't see the Canadian and decides to go for broke.
I said, okay, screw it. I haven't seen him come up in front of me, so I'll back down the creek a little bit, try to use the terrain to cover my movement.
Carl is at the drone. He sets the charge for the C4. Now he only has 30 seconds and get to safety. The box weighs 30 pounds. He's got to get moving now. Carl must get to the finish line. He knows that the Canadian is out there. He just doesn't know where. His first obstacle is an open field offering little cover.
Nothing like crossing a danger area solo with one hand on my weapon. Once I cleared the danger area, I knew he's up here somewhere.
Alex has cleverly set up an ambush at the finish line. He knows the Marine will have to come to him.
You know you're in here, mother. You know you're gonna snipe me.
Usually not the smartest thing to be running your mouth while the enemy's looking for you.
Originally, I wanted to take this side with the shadow, but the terrain was too steep on this side. So I just crept up, tried to find different cover to hide behind. I decided to cache a
special equipment, so that way I wouldn't be hindered with the box, and then if I did get killed, he'd have to go find it.
I could see him coming up and I could hear him. I fired a few rounds.
But the vegetation is dense and the rounds don't connect. The Canadian has given away his position and he's fully exposed. He retreats to a spot where he can hide again. These two warriors are getting closer and closer to each other. Any moment, all hell is about to break loose. Alex is out of ammo and he pulls out his sidearm. Alex goes down. Now the Americans just gotta grab the box and get it to the finish line.
When I'm confronted with a challenge, I think never give up. Never give up. Always have the winning attitude. Never give up.
That's it. Marine Force Recon wins the Ultimate Soldier Challenge.
Tell you what, Carl, sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than just be good, right?
I'll take luck some days, yeah.
Guys, I can't begin to tell you how well you all gave your best effort. You did what you had to do to keep your team in the Ultimate Soldier Challenge.
We pulled it off. You know, as a team, we executed very well. I'm very proud that we overcame. We adapted to the situation.
Carl definitely got us the win. You couldn't have asked for anything better.
We did exactly what we're trained to do. So, yeah, of course I have a big smile. I'm happy.
Marines are Marines throughout their whole life, and you find another Marine, and you just formed up that bond again. That bond's never going to go away and never going to break. So silent deadly, brother.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
Life's not fair, and sometimes you just got to suck it up and keep soldiering on.
It doesn't matter if you win. It doesn't matter if you lose. As long as you go in there 100% and you give everything you have, that's what counts.
That's a great thing about this community that we're all a part of, is in this brotherhood, we will razz each other left and right every day of the week. And at the end, you know, we're still more than willing to go home and have a beer with each other, and we'll watch each other six if we are downrange together. No problem.
Before we leave, we'd just like to do one thing.
What's that?
Thank you, sir. Pat, just on me here. Yes, sir. It's been a pleasure. To the front. Salute.
Marine Corps, you've won the Ultimate Soldier Challenge. Congratulations.
You got a knife? I can throw it. You got the bullet? I can shoot it.
Go down!
I'm your worst nightmare.
Don't bust them up.
It's all about rain and hate.
We came here to win.
We play just as hard as the guys. Woo!
It's not talking smack if it's the truth.
I'll have to kill you if I tell you.
יחידות עילית, סדרה חדשה, מיד, בערוץ ההיסטוריה.
What matters to me now is today's competition. Let's go meet our contestants. First up, Dale and Carl from the U.S. Marines Force Recon. Often the first boots to hit the ground, Force Recon's mission is to do reconnaissance deep behind enemy lines. Their motto, swift, silent, deadly.
We train like we fight, and that's to stay sharp the entire time.
Got him down.
Hoorah.
They're up against Alex and Andre from Canada's Light Infantry. Formed during World War I, this unit's latest campaign was in Afghanistan against the Taliban. These guys aren't scared of the Marines or their traditional battle cry.
Just because you're a jarhead and you yell hoorah a lot doesn't mean that you'll necessarily win in a challenge, and if you're going to doubt us, then you're in for a rude awakening.
Both teams will go head-to-head with the Rogue Squad, Colin and Nick. These warriors are private military contractors, hired guns who don't play by the standard rules of engagement. Before working as a contractor, Colin served with the U.S. Navy's SEAL Team 2 while Nick honed his skills with the Army's Special Operations. The first is an ammo box. From a distance of 300 yards or the length of 3 football fields, they must take out the O in ammo. Second, another 50 yards back, they must strike the red rectangle on their car's hood. The final target is another 50 yards back, behind the orange label on a 50-gallon barrel. There's a jar of explosive tannerite behind all 3 targets. You haven't hit the bullseye unless you've seen the fireworks. The first team to take out all 3 targets will win this challenge. Are there any questions?
No, sir.
Your weapon, the EDM Windrunner 50 cal sniper rifle, which fires a 50 caliber round. It's designed to take out engine blocks and other hard targets. This is a bolt-action rifle with an effective range of more than a mile. One man will shoot, the other will use a spotting scope to guide the shooter's aim by calling out adjustments. All right, break it up.
None of us have touched this weapon before, so that's a very even playing field.
Operators, get ready! 3, 2, 1, hit the target!
Canadian marksmen are world-renowned for their long-distance sniping records, so they could be the team to watch.
Canada has some excellent snipers, top-shelf snipers, so we have big shoes to fill.
I don't think it matters what the Canadians throw at us. Keg throw, curling, hockey, whatever they're throwing at us, we're taking home.
This should be a very competitive match. The Marines are employing a technique used by some machine gunners of interlocking their legs to be as close together as possible while keeping them low to the ground.
All right. Let's see if we can get this bad boy.
Ready?
Ready.
First target down for the Marines.
Come on, I need you ready.
Contractors are just seconds behind.
Okay, spotter ready.
A miss.
Ready?
Ready.
And bringing up the rear, the Canadians.
Send it, Al. Misfire, jam.
It's a misfire. The Marines take aim at their second target.
See the square?
Yep.
Second target down, Marine Corps.
Some people in the military would look down upon us as contractors, but
We work in a constant state of training. Frankly, I just don't think those guys have the will or the desire to beat us. Boom goes the dynamite.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Ultimate Soldier Challenge. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. This competition is comprised of 5 challenges. How you control your destiny? Win challenges. First, a speed round. The winning team gets a tactical advantage for the next challenge, the immunity round. Win here, and you go right to the finals. The 2 remaining teams face off in the elimination round. The loser goes home, and the victor heads to the finals. The final round's winner is declared the Ultimate Soldier. This first challenge will test our team's sniping and spotting skills. Snipers not only take out enemy personnel, they can also destroy critical pieces of operational equipment. In this challenge, our teams will have to do just that. From the starting line, they'll sprint 100 yards to their firing station and take out 3 targets. It's America versus the world in a showdown of strength and skill.
I got you, man.
As the most elite military units face off.
Damn it! Can you believe this? I got a boom! Push him up!
Money's no good on this battlefield. The only prize that matters here is honor.
Let's do this.
Welcome to the Ultimate Soldier Challenge. I'm Mac. I spent 10 years as a Navy SEAL. I've worked as an independent contractor, and I've operated all over the world. But the only thing that